Duke, they're the favorite. They are more than a 50-50 favorite. They are a minus money favorite. Last I saw, it was, I think, minus 120 Duke national title futures at BetMGM. What does Duke have to do to avoid an upset not winning a national title here? And yes, I said what I said.
They got to stay healthy, number one. And I think, honestly, it's just making shots. They can't have a horrible shooting night. And I don't think they will. They have too many good shooters to do that, right? I mean, but I think they got to stay out of foul trouble. Their main guys, Cooper Flagg's got to stay on the court. Kama Malawach he's imperative that he stays out of foul trouble against Houston because the entire game changes. And the backup's good. Like, Gumba's a good player, but he is not Kama Malawach. So I think, they can't get down early because I don't know how they'll react. I think they'll be fine, but you're still dealing with 3 freshmen, and you don't know how they'll react in that type of setting if, let's say, they have some sort of shooting performance like Tennessee does, and all of a sudden they find themselves, down 10, 15 points at the under 12 or under 8. How do they compose themselves? They're still young.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I think that the last week of the season and the ACC tournament prepared them for that. They were down 7 in the second half at North Carolina. They were down in the second half to Georgia Tech without Cooper Flagg, and they were down in the second half to Louisville without Cooper Flagg. And then the other game that they played in the ACC tournament was the one where they kind of melted against. They were up 21 at the half.
None of those teams are Houston.
Yeah,
none of those.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's the caveat, is that none of these teams are anywhere near as good as anyone that they're going to be playing in the Final Four. Mike, what does Duke have to do to win a title?
Play their game. I mean, it sounds so simple, but they're probably the only one out of these 4 that's just be us. I mean, we don't need some sort of Herculean effort from anyone in particular. It's just run our stuff, be active defensively like they have. I mean, I think what makes Duke so good defensively is it's Houston does it in a different way where they will put themselves at a disadvantage because they, putting 2 on the ball is putting yourself at a disadvantage because there's, it's essentially, whatever it be 4 on 3 on the back end of it. And so then you got to scramble out of it. Duke is just very much sound. I mean, they're so fundamentally sound defensively to where they don't put themselves in different, disadvantaged situations. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just playing the game on their terms. I mean, if they play the game on their terms, they're going to win a national title. So that's what I think is interesting. And then in this Houston matchup, and specifically, Braden Smith was really good with it. Ziegler, I think, struggled with it today. With when they put 2 on the ball, we've talked about Duke's size, the ability to kind of see over the top to find those to find your advantages. I think is a really big key here for Duke, and they're just so good at. Hey, if I got a guy retreating to the half court, Sion James is flashing to the free throw line, Knippel's flashing to the free throw line. They always have outlets because these guys are so smart. I mean, it's going to test this Houston defense, I think, more than this Houston defense has been tested all year. So, again, this is the only team, I think, out of these 4 that just can simply come into each game, and specifically their first game, and say, we just got to be us. We just got to play our game, play on our terms, and we'll advance.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing to do in college basketball right now is build a team the way that you would build an NBA team, which is essentially get as many big switchable bodies as humanly possible, make sure that they can all shoot threes, and then also have a big guy in there that can be a rim runner, lob catching threat. And that is precisely what John Shire has done. He's got size everywhere. He's got length everywhere. He's got switchability everywhere. Cooper Flagg shooting 38% from 3. Knippel's shooting 40% from 3. Proctor's 41%. Sion James is 41%. Isaiah Evans is 41%. And Kama Malawach and Malik Brown are switchable lob threats that you can scheme different things defensively with them. You said it best, Mike. Duke just has to play their game. They play their game. They're winning a national title in San Antonio.